Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading. Hope you guys are doing well today, April 23rd, 2024. Quite a lot to go over today. We're going to be doing our daily chart review of the 2000 tick chart, but quickly let's do the daily chart. Nice recovery from the 5,000 bounce, looking for a test at 5105. Called it out on the Discord for earlier today. If you're a member, thank you so much for supporting, and if you're interested, check out my website below. Looking for a recovery back up to 5150 here, 5148, or at least to the 21 EMA. I think this is going to develop into a trading range, but we'll see if this thing sells off here. We do have still a bullish bias with this break of the channel here, so technically still expecting a new high, but with the daily chart, the news, everything how it's going, anything can happen. So let's just mark up our daily pivot points and then watch the 2000 tick chart. And speaking of the 2000 tick chart, let's go right over to it. Okay, this is what the 2000 tick chart looks like for day. Nice bullish move up. You know, maybe you could call this a spiking channel. It's basically just two bullish channels running across each other here. 5105, that mark there, acting as major support. But a lot to go over, so let's get right into it. Okay, pre-market, didn't see too much here. You do have a nice higher low, but you're going right into the resistance here, so I don't think you could take this higher low. Nonetheless, you get a two-legged move up, nice measured move. The only first trade that I really see here after this trading range is a first entry, pulls back, second entry short, failure. It's an aggressive setup, right, bouncing right off the EMA. Would like to see a green bar, of course, when going long, but nonetheless, it's closing us 1/3, so I think that's a valid setup. We get a nice spike up, break, looking for our new high, double tops, and you get a first entry, second entry long. I like that second entry long there. Scalped out for 6 ticks. Couldn't get your 8 ticks today. Market was just moving again. Now a little too slow. And you got to be discretionary with that, but I'll talk about that a little later. And we double top here. We're going to move down. Come right to previous day's high, access support, and then this thing just runs up. Then you get a first entry, second entry long. Wanted to talk about this one. I'm sure if you took this, you're wondering why it lost. You have 1, 2, 3 overlapping bars next to each other, and you already had your measured move. So you need to be careful when taking every single pattern that you see. You got to make sure there's no congestion across the board here. With the bigger the bars, you got to put your stop loss, and sometimes it's more than you like it. So just always be careful, or try to enter with a limit order. And if you take a small loss, you take a small loss. Just wanted to go over that real quick. And then it just kind of trails down here, makes its way back up. You get a 1, 2, 3. You get a resistance across the board here, but a nice basically ascending triangle. Then you get a nice first entry, second entry long. Again, it's just a little too congested for me, and so it's an aggressive trade. And you have a room only for 4 ticks here. I just don't think you can get your 8 ticks. Let's see. Yeah, so 6 ticks. And that's just how it was today. A lot of the price wasn't closing near the EMA. It was closing away from it, and then you had to enter and only scalp very, very quickly. So maybe you take that second entry long, but I didn't like it real time. So nonetheless, it moves down, bounces off this trend channel, and I'm looking for more clear second entries or triple tests. And you just get a move up, break, new high, comes down, and then you get a first entry, second entry short. This one is very tempting to take. Let's do this real quick. The second entry short is very tempting to take here, but with such how much of a bullish day it's been, I don't think you can take it, and you could easily just get stopped out. So I'm going to mark that one as aggressive. You are looking for a break in new low, so maybe you take that, maybe you don't. It's hard to say. Nonetheless, though, with our bias being bullish for today, we get a nice 1, 2, 3 matching bar low here, so that's good context. We already have our break and new low. And then we get a nice first entry, second entry long, counting from our most recent high, higher low. Great, nice higher low trade there. Doesn't get any better than that, and you get a nice little runner up here. Then you get a first entry, second entry short trap right at our trend channel. As you can see, it trapped all these longs here, thinking that's going to just take off, and sells right off. just as fast as it went up, comes right back down. You get a break, new low, chop sideways here for a bit. And as you can see, this is just when it gets into a very boring trading range for most of the day. You know, you're going to move up, spike, no way to get in, new high, break new high. And by the count, this is a first entry, second entry short. Didn't like this real time. Too big of a bar. It is a lower high. I mean, it works out for you, but then you also get a first entry, second entry long failure, double top. Again, this is all just, it's just too congested for me. I'd rather just wait for something else, and I just didn't see anything. You got to move down, break, new low. You get a 1, 2, 3 triple test here. Again, it's aggressive. It's a first entry, second entry long, 1, 2, 3 triple test across on the key entry point here with the trend channel. Maybe you take that. The bar is closing very high on its highs here, more than its 1/3 basically. The context-wise, it's not too bad. You know, I wish this bar was green. I think that would have given me better confidence in even attempting to take this. So a lot of just aggressive trades here, all of today. I don't see too many that I like. You get a move up, you get a break, then you get a first entry, pulls back, second entry short, and it's a failure. Again, very quick scalp. You can only get 4 ticks here. This is how today was. Okay, this one, expecting price to make a new high. This one, yeah, 6 ticks. I'd be comfortable with 6 to 4 ticks here. I wouldn't be comfortable with 2. Yeah, so then it just kind of goes up here, finds resistance, and sells off. Bounces right at our 50-100 mark here. Break new low, and then it just starts going higher. No way to get in here. I don't see anything well. You know, I saw this move down. I saw the break. Tries to make a new high eventually, but you get a 1, 2, 3. You know, you get a triple test across the board here. There is a second entry long here if you know what you're doing. You have a first entry, second entry long failure. Resets the count from the high. First entry, second entry long double bottom. I'm hesitant to mark this. You know, I don't even think I'm going to mark it. You really got to know what you're doing here and trading. You don't really know this is a trading range quite yet. So yeah, I think I'm just going to skip over that trade, period. I just don't like it. Nonetheless, though, you get move up, comes down, and you're just kind of bouncing off this midline here, as you can see, as we're doing right now. I see this first entry, second entry long. Again, you only have room for 4 ticks. Wow, this one's basically 3 ticks. And as soon as you get your profit target, here's a first entry, second entry short, 1, 2, 3, triple test. Right across the board there. And this one works pretty well. Again, I would have only gone for probably 4 ticks because I'm bouncing right off the midline. Let's see if we can maybe have got 6 ticks. So you could have got 6 ticks here, at least on this one. But you just don't know when it's going to bounce or sell off or anything like that. And this is just a way, these are, you know, I'm almost hesitant to make these blue or red. These are very aggressive setups. You know, usually you want to go for at least 8 ticks or 2 points. But sometimes today, as I talked about, is you got to be discretionary with how the market's moving. And today you just had to go for those 4 or 6 ticks. You just couldn't really get those 8 ticks today. So nonetheless, that's kind of how I saw for today. You know, I think we're overall still going to close pretty green. And we'll see how tomorrow is. Again, just not a lot of setups today, but that's fine. That's how it is sometimes. And you just take what you can get. But as you can clearly see, nice bullish move up. And it just slows down. It's just a nice, slow, creeping crawl higher. So we'll see where this day goes. I got the 5150 marked here with that purple line to see how tomorrow reacts. Nonetheless, that's pretty much how I saw for today. A lot of noise. Things were a little more clear than the previous days we've had. It's just you're only scalping for less than you would like. So again, just be careful. And if you don't like scalping for 4 to 6 ticks and you're not really sure how to trade a stop loss, just wait. Just don't trade days like this then. Or maybe trade a different strategy on a different account. Or maybe go back to the simulator if you're uncomfortable. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. Don't try to think you always absolutely have to make money each day in, day out, because it's going to be too hard and you're going to put too much pressure on yourself. And you know, you have to show up to the market, take what you can get, and if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. But you'll know eventually when days are awesome, price action is awesome, and you'll know when to size up and continue to trade. So nonetheless, that's how I saw it for today. And I will catch you guys tomorrow.